3, 2, 1.
There are people who will do anything for thrills. We call them daredevils.
Off, and that means 10 feet, and you can eat it.
Who are these people, and what drives them on to flirt with destruction? Could they be possessed by a daredevil death wish? The tower is 55 feet high. The water is 18 inches deep. The man will survive. The Daredevil gained great popularity in the 1920s. Houdini was the inspiration and the most emulated daredevil of them all. What Houdini could actually do has been simulated and faked by many in the years following. He was the father of it all. Here, in rare footage taken in New York at the turn of the century, this master of the art demonstrates his escape abilities. The ability to escape is at the root of all stunts, not out of a straitjacket or trunk or flaming pyre, but from the clutches of death itself. Whenever you have winners, you may have losers. On a warm July day in 1930, a well-dressed gentleman and a turtle prepare for a journey into legend. They will attempt a stunt that has almost become the signature of the death wish. To go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. The greatest asset a daredevil has is himself. Only through discipline and practice can he even hope to survive. But even those are not enough if you lack the most important quality of all: luck. Perhaps some stunts should never even be tried. What is it that compels a man to go past the boundary of what is safe in order to risk his life? None of the stunts you will see in this program should ever be attempted. They are part of the world of the daredevil, a world where an inch, a second, or a bad reaction can make the difference between life and death. Our quest then is to find out what is the source of the daredevil death wish. At first glance, there's nothing that would separate Pat Jackson from any other 42-year-old housewife and mother. Unless she happens to be on the road. Pat is one of the members of the World Series of Thrills, a group of daredevils who tour the country.
I consider myself a daredevil. I've been in the business for several years and I just love it. I consider myself the normal housewife. I cook and wash dishes and wash clothes and go to the market, just like everyone else. It's very rewarding. It's something different. It's a challenge, and I feel very lucky that I've accomplished something that not very few people do.
As the crew sets up her most spectacular stunt, a motorcycle jump through flaming boards, Pat thinks about the danger.
I'm always a little shaky before every show. There's a certain element of danger if you lose control of your bike, or if you're not lined up on the ramp properly, or crash into the uprights. And if you're not going fast enough, you could get burned. It gets pretty hot.
Roger Cober is only 22 years old. His specialty is called the slide for life.
You got to keep your heels up and your elbows and your back of your helmet, so you don't hit the ground. If you put your heels down, you can just start rolling. I got a few scratches. I haven't broke any bones yet doing it. If you think about it, it just might happen. So just try not to think about it.
As soon as the truck reaches 50 miles per hour, Roger will begin his slide. This time, the unexpected will happen. A slight miscalculation sent Roger into a dangerous tumble. Bruised and visibly shaken, he refused to acknowledge how close he came. The slow-motion camera shows what happened.
Hi there, I'm Hank Wise. What you're about to see is called the Iron Man.
Relying solely on the precise alignment of veteran daredevils Eldon Daniels and driver John Anderson, Iron Man Wise puts his life on the line as he prepares to let more than 2.5 tons of truck drive over his body.
Danger is the weight of the automobile that we're using. We're using a truck, so we're coming pretty close to a 5,000-pound vehicle. At one time, I had the truck came off the end of the ramp, broke both the legs. You do something 100 times, your odds start gathering towards experiencing these little difficulties. I think that the epitome of the stuntman is that comes your time to go, you'll go. And up until that time, you want to fill your life with as many exciting things as you can.
Critical inches separate Anderson from success or agony.
I look forward to telling my grandchildren about the times I've been run over with trucks and I lived through it.
This is a charge that's been set and taught to me some years ago by a man by the name of Johnny King. He perfected this event. It's one that's going to cause quite a bit of noise, quite a bit of excitement, and a real blast. What's going to happen first is the placing of the charge. As you get in to place the charge, you then check your perimeter, be sure everything is clear, and then hope for the best. The danger involved, of course, as most everybody knows, explosives are not to be played with. It's not a toy. It is a calculated risk, and it will work today. We generally feel that people come out to see what's going to happen to somebody. If the blood is spilled, they kind of like to be there. They're not mercenary and want to see it, but if it happens, they don't want to miss it.
After placing the equivalent of 6 sticks of dynamite below himself, John Anderson prepares to set off the charge.
You kind of get a self-sustaining thought that, guys, this is really what it's all about. It's a sense of freedom. And as you talk about a sense of freedom, nothing's better than coming close and walking away.
Anderson withstands the deafening force of 6 sticks of TNT. He, like the other daredevils we spoke with, seems to exist for the sheer thrill of cheating death. Why? What is the real motive behind the daredevil death wish?